So you want to get some ice storage and maybe some fancy daggers, which unfortunately I don't have anymore because I yeeted them across the yard, but I'll show you how to get them nonetheless. We are of course playing Grounded 2 and we are going to go to the ice cream cart. If you have not been there before, it is in this area known as the ice cream cart. It's cold, you can't take them out there, and you will need a few things to keep you nice and snug on your adventures. So if you haven't been killing any bees, probably do that, as getting yourself some fuzzy armor is really going to help. Of course, you don't need a full set. A few bits here and there will help immensely, and it is able to be done without it, but it is definitely going to help you out. And if you have been to the fire pit, you're going to want to bring an Evertorch because it's a little bit better, but if not, bring a regular torch because it also does some warmth. It just doesn't last as long, so probably actually bring a few. It's very dark inside. If you have access to a smoothie machine, which you probably should do if you're going on this adventure, you want to make some blazing brews by getting some just regular apple bits, which is nice. They're pretty easy to find. If you've done one of the quests and you've got your resource scanner, you can track them down that way. And some spicy shards, which can also be found that way, and lingonberries. So we go to our resource scanner, we can find some spicy shards over there, some other stuff buried in boxes around us. So if we scan for apple bits, we'll find them thereabouts. Of course, the scanner's a little bit broken at the moment, so there are probably some more bits about. Depending on where you're at, it likes to freak out on where it's showing you stuff. Besides for a few that can be found in a couple of little hidden boxes and stuff here and there, you are going to head up to the northwest side of the park into the hedge and find the lingonberries there. You will need a tier 2 axe to hack them down unless you find those couple that are in random chests or the little dead people around. Some nice hills are nice, but some just green machines will do. If you happen to already have a couple of chocolate chunks from digging up secret chests, make them with that because it'll give you extra hills. But if you are making the blazing brew, probably use gum nuggets if you do have the access to them with that tier 2 shovel. And there's about a ton of scorpions in there. In case you didn't know, scorpions love living in ice cream carts that are abandoned. Who would have thunk it? A lot of them. So definitely bring some of the scorpion dirt. And if you happen to be of getting those apple chunks and you got some fresh apple chunks along the way, you can make some scorpion skewers if you have that disc and you've unlocked that. You do have to get certain discs to unlock certain stuff, and very possibly this is one of the things that's unlocked with that disc. So you might not be able to even make them, but when you can, they're very handy. And being able to put them all in a fridge and keep them indefinitely is fucking lovely, to say the least. But also keep your eye out for butterflies because they do take butterfly scales to craft. And if you're not prepared and you haven't really been messing around getting them and you're all excited to build one and you don't have any, like when we first did it, then yeah. So probably kill some butterflies. They don't like spicy ones. But awesomely, you don't have to have anything in there, which is nice. It'll just stay cold. If you do happen to have access to getting that fuzzy armor, put it on and probably upgrade it a bit. If you're ever wondering what an enemy's weaknesses are, you can go here if you've already peeped them and have a little check out what is not so great for them. So these guys are resistant against slashing. So my sword is not so good, but their weakness is smashing. If I had a roach club or a regular club, which I don't, it'd be pretty decent. But conveniently for me, stabbing is not there. So it's pretty neutral. So I can use my daggers and mess them up, as well as the spicy works pretty well on them. So it is a good little way to check out what your enemy might be before you encounter them on a bigger scale or up close, because you can peep them from quite far away. If you have extra, I highly advise taking some spicy shards as well, because in a pinch you can just eat one of those and your freezing will go away. But having the blazing brews will make you stay warmer for longer anyway, and the torch will immensely help, and the armor. So you should be pretty good, but just in case of emergency, I like to bring these. If I spend too long down there or something, and you know how it is. If you're feeling really fancy, you can also take an Everchar flare. You can find some in boxes around the place there and put them down on the ground while you're fighting if you only have two-handed weapons and you cannot hold out a torch. And stay warm for a little bit longer. I'm going to sleep before I go to give me the best chance of having a bit of a better buff and giving me some daylight. I accidentally just destroyed my bed when I spawned in. Lucky for me, it gives me back all the resources, but okay, me already off to a great start. There are a couple of tunnels that you can go in and go on a bit of an adventure. There are some quartzite and some marble to be found in there, which does respawn, so no biggie. If you bring your ant, it's quite easy to get these ice shards off the grass by simply just hitting them. It won't actually work with my spider, unfortunately. I have to get off. But do feel free to go for a bit of an adventure around. Like I said earlier, you can't actually take your spider in here or your ant. I want to eat one of these guys. Possibly even pop out my torch. I don't have any one-handed weapons though, so that's a bit inconvenient. And that would have led us in there, I do believe. Standing in the water will also get rid of your chill, but there's not water everywhere. Yeah, there's a bunch of hidden stuff. Keep that in mind. We kind of want to head to a specific location. These grills are quite handy to get up in there. There are a couple of ways though. This I found one of the quickest and easiest and leads to a bunch of stuff that we need. You can hit up these if you have a tier 2 axe and get ice that way. Whoop, there's one of those scorpions. But you see, I'm messing up pretty good. These are wolf daggers, wolf spider daggers. You got this. We can go this way, find some chocolate chips and some stuff to climb up in there further. But we are actually going to go the other way in a second. Kill lots of these guys. Got a bigger one. And if you're not doing so hot, you can always take that scorpidote. Keep your eye out for these chocolate chips if you have that tier 2 hammer. They will only usually drop 2. It's much like the gum. Sometimes you'll get 3, but it's pretty rare. And every now and then, it will just fall into the ice cream and you'll get none. Woo. That almost happened to me then. I'm going to hopefully not get got by the scorpion, but maybe. I'm gonna get these last few around here and be back with you in just a sec. From that central room where we went down that way, we want to now go to our left. I probably want to eat another ice mojito. Scorch and brew, that one. You'll find a couple of cookie chunks immediately, and also some scorpions, because of course. Need more cookie chunks, I know there's more of them. And some more of this. Oh, big scorpion up there. We got 3 that time. How lovely. They don't infinitely spawn once you do kill a certain amount of them in this area. They won't spawn back for a time. It's kind of nuts. Oh, missed. If I was wearing my other armor, I'd probably be one-shotting him. Keep your eye out for the extra mints. Always get them, just in case you might get the charms. We were just down there, heading up onto the ice cream cones. We'll find a lot more chocolate chips, which I will be getting. Ooh, better fall into a pit of darkness first. Up slightly from there, we will find some buried treasure. We want to dig up. Head through the end of this ice cream cone. And directly here, we will find a body on our right. He has some stuff on him, but there's also a key that you want to pick up. Oh, some matches. How cute. He's trying to keep himself warm. There's also a couple of other bodies and things around to get, but that key is very important for later. So if you don't get it like we didn't, you have to come back like now and do it later. I didn't find that body. It was my tribe mate, so he actually didn't see it, and we didn't realize. Ooh. Don't do that, me. Ah. Heal. No, die. I could block, but my Why would I do that? Yeah, it's definitely worth taking a big adventure around. It's quite hard to go through all of the tunnels and show you all of the stuff. But there's definitely some teeth and some more shards to be found. That's the most important thing for now. And then we've got to make our adventure upward, which is over that way. A couple more cookies and things to get. Oh, we better eat a spicy before we freeze to death. And also, you can have more than one smoothie active at once. At the moment, anyway. I will be getting the cookie too. So we need to make our way up in this general area. More cookies to get. Always get the cookie crumbs. Never know when you'll need a snack. More tunnels to adventure in and scorpions to get got by. Get him. Now make your way up these various packaging. Look behind everything if you are into milk molars and whatnot. There's definitely some to be had. Always so many scorpions, man. There really is quite a lot of scorpions here. You can go all these ways up into here. Essentially, you just can climb. Going in there is going to yield a lot more of this stuff, but there are a lot more scorpions in there too. Pretty sure I forgot to mention you probably want to have this perk and this perk activated. If you have the ability to have multiple, definitely do that. But more than two, you definitely want that. I was like, why am I just being so cold? Because I forgot to activate my stuff. And head on up this thing. Now we're way less freezing. Silly old me. If you're really thirsty in those caves, you can often find droplets of water on the roof. So there is some hidden stuff here. Also a scorpion to battle, as always. Rude, poison me. Get your mint shards. Now you'll see some raw science in here, but you won't be able to get in here yet. You will in fact have to do some jumping to get... Oh, that was terrible. Can I actually do this? I did it so smoothly the very first time and can never do it again apparently. There will be some skitsy things to fight once you get up the top. Excuse me. I've already got rid of them all. The orc creatures. Then we can go in there and get a milk molar, I do believe, something up there. For the life of me, cannot remember where the ice shards are that you have to destroy. I'm pretty sure they're down here somewhere. Anyway, you destroy that and the fan will move and enable you to get in there and find its goodies. But we also need to get in there to go further. Whee! Woo! Scared me a little bit. Located right behind the pipe, a little bit hard to see. Oh god, I'm not paying any attention. Gotta eat my spicy guy. Head down. You can find some secrets every now and then. We're gonna have to fight some waves of things, so be prepared to fight a lot of scorpions. You'll activate this thing and then once you're done that, they'll come out, you'll fight them all and you'll get some cool daggers. Try not to eat the daggers across the yard and never see them again. Sucks to suck, I guess. If we got that key, we can go and get this box. Whee! And we get the mint globe. So I can actually craft some daggers now. That's bloody fun. Wish I didn't eat me first ones and I could have used those globes to craft something else, but whatever. They'll add the ability to make globes at some point in the game, I'm sure. We get a couple more mint fragments up here. Really good place to find a lot of mint fragments, in fact. There'll be a couple of other stuff that isn't visible because I've already acquired it. And you can go all the way back through, or you can take the quick way down if you happen to have a dandelion tuft. It's not that far to get down. I'm probably going to die and it's going to be sad. But if you don't want to damage all of your things, you can take your armor off. It's not going to get damaged when you die and respawn. I'm going to try testing my luck at living and seeing if I don't have to not respawn. Otherwise, you can simply hit give up and just respawn from there. If you drop stuff in your backpack, you do want to respawn at the beginning area and then call your backpack forth with, oop, not that one, recover backpacks. It will also turn up at that beginning area. So if you respawn there, you can get back from there too. Once per save, which means if you've got multiple backpacks, like if you died doing the wave or whatnot, and you can't get back here to get it, you can save again and then load the same save and then call your backpack again. So it's literally that easy. That is worth freezing to death. Let's eat one of those and have a little fucking flap down here. Whoa. Yeah, that lived. Sick. Love that for us. Lady beetle's not doing great. I could follow them and get some easy lady beetle. I'm not wearing armor, so this is insanely risky of me. Let's put my armor back on.
Function over fashion, Willow.
Ah. They're already kind of frozen for the environment, so that was lovely. And now to head back to my house, wherever that may be over there. And build a fridge if you don't already have a fridge. Whatnot. Kill some butterflies, good opportunity. Oh, milkweed pod. Always need more of that. Now you'll likely not do it as quick and easy as that, but it literally only took me really like 15 minutes. That was with talking and mining stuff. And getting a little bit lost. Turn around there for a moment. But hopefully you find it easy with these little tips and tricks and walkthrough-ish guide. Certainly go on an adventure and find those milk molars and secret science and world science, whatever the fuck, that do be lurking about. If you found this information informative, smash that like button. It means a bunch. Shows me to make more of this type of content and that it was helpful. If you're not already subscribed, consider subscribing. Smash that subscribe button. Again, means a bunch on my journey to 10k. Can't do it without you, fine folk. Consider sticking around for another guide on Grounded 2. Check out a little bit of my Grounded 1 Let's Play. Actually, I'm not even sure if those videos are public. Anyway, I've got some other gameplay, or check out one of the other survival games that I play. And until next time, I hope you have an excellent day, evening, night, morning, whatever it may be, wherever you may be. Also, don't forget to go to the Science Center and scan your disc. Have a good one. Bye.